Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Frequency Tables Part 2. This is pretty much the end of our frequency tables, which is kind of nice. So what we're talking about here is going through and being able to read a frequency table, read the information. So we're gonna go through and actually talk about highlighting first. So an elementary classroom went around and asked 30 randomly selected students. So that's one of our first key things. So that means there are a total of 30 students that were asked. Okay? They were asked which activity they enjoy doing the most in their free time. Then we were told that there are 18 fourth graders. Okay? And what that means is that that's a total. So under my total for fourth graders, which is a row, I'm going to put 18. Of those fourth graders, okay, 3 of them enjoy reading, 10 of them like to play sports. Okay, so 3 of them enjoy reading, 10 of them like to play sports. Okay, now we have a new little key phrase for us. 13 students enjoy watching TV. So what they're telling us is that out of everyone, we have 13 who like to watch TV. So going down to TV, there were 13 total. Okay, and then it says, which is the same number, so that's going to be another 13, of students who enjoy playing a sport. Yes, playing a sport. So then under my total for those who like playing sports, I'm also going to say 13, because they told me that there's going to be, the same number. Now, it says of the third graders, so let me change this. Of the third graders, so this is where we're going to the third graders that were asked, 8 of them like watching TV. So 8 third graders like watching TV, which is this box right here. Okay. Now it says complete the table and answer the questions below. So this is all the information that we are given from this lovely story problem paragraph type thing. But now we just go back and we fill it in with everything else that we know. For example, let me see. If we know that there are a total of 13 students who like watching TV and 8 of them are third graders, what are the rest of them? They're fourth graders. So how many is that? Good. That means that we have 5. Okay, so now we know 5 plus 3 plus 10 is 18. So we have 18 fourth graders. Okay, we know we had a total of 30 students. And remember, your column has to add up to 30. Your row, this way, under the total side, has to add up to 30. So 13 plus 13 is 26. So how many more do we need? We need another 4. So if that's the case, and we know that there are 4 people who enjoy reading books, and 3 of them are fourth graders, well, one of them is going to be a third grader. Now, out of the playing sports, 13 of them are there, but we only have 10 fourth graders, which means we're going to have 3 third graders. So from here we can figure out how many third graders were asked. 8 plus 1 plus 3, 9 plus 3 is 12. Okay, now we can use this chart to answer information. And this is where we go back to our ratios. We're going back to all of that fun stuff, for example, that we're going to find the percents for. So when we are talking about this, we might say, what percent of fourth graders, or let's go even more basic, what percent of students asked were fourth graders? Well, we know that there were 18 fourth graders and 30 out of 30 that were asked. So 18 divided by 30 is 0.6, which is the same thing as 60%. So 60% of our data comes from fourth grade. Okay, Now, if we said, okay, what percent were third graders? Well, we know that there are 12 third graders that were asked out of our total of 30 students, which is going to be 40%. 40% of them are third grade. Okay? Remember to show your ratio, to show your work. So when we want to go to our columns, though, we're going to say, so looking at the students who play a sport, well, how many of them were in third grade, or how many of them are in third grade? Well, there are 13 who like playing sports, and there are 3 of them that are in third grade. So 3 divided by 13 is going to be 23% approximately. Remember, we round. And so this is going to be out of the students who like playing a sport, out of the students who play the sport, who like playing sports. So whatever that first part is, that's always our denominator, okay? Out of the students who play sports, how many are third grade? 23% are third graders, okay? And so the other thing that we might ask ourselves is, well, why are there so many fourth graders who like playing sports and such a small percentage of students from third grade who like playing sports? Well, different reasons. It could be that there aren't enough activities, or it could be that in fourth grade, that's when they're starting to head towards middle school and starting to think about what kinds of activities they'd like to do. So that's one of the other possibilities. But these are the reasons that we do this. This is how this works. Okay? Remember, if you have questions about this, please ask. Otherwise, I will see you guys later.